Hello, it's Jeffrey with Real Nifty Vintage, and today I am at a thrift store that I have not been to in I think about a year, which is a long time for me, but I mean, the last time I came here, I didn't really find a whole lot of stuff, but who knows? It's a thrift store, and so we're going to go in here and see what we can find, but it's called Inside Out Community. What's it called? No, Inside Out Thrift Store Ministry. That's what it's called. But we're going to go inside here and see what we can find in the way of vintage. I don't think we'll find any antiques, but we'll find some vintage things probably. Let's go. All right, so the music was really loud here, so I'm doing a voiceover, but that carpet was really fun. You'll see more of it. I found this tin right here, right off the bat, and it's like a little fruit and nut tin, and I like it. So it was $4. I decided to go ahead and get it. But they have this nice arrangement of fall things here. And soon we'll find out that all the fall and Halloween is 50% off. So I was taking a look at that carpet. Oh gosh, doesn't that take you back to a skating rink? Yeah, so 50% off. Oh yes, this, not a deer, a horse. This horse, it's brass and $16. So I was thinking about it. I couldn't quite decide if it was 50% off or not because it was in the display. And, well, brass is sort of like a fall color, you know, gold. So I thought I would at least ask about it. I'm not sure what that animal is. Like a cow, I think. So down here I noticed a tin, and this is one of those really interesting ones where it has like a window and then you can put, well, there was originally glass in front of it. The bottom said made in Italy, and that would make sense because it's an Italian biscotti tin. And so I wasn't sure how old this was. I mean, I'm thinking 60s, 70s, just based off of maybe that gold, but I didn't know for certain. And they had $12 on the pair of them, which isn't too bad, but the glass is missing out of them. Not a huge deal. You could put in your own glass, I guess, or like saran wrap or something, or just leave it open. And then I was checking down here to see if there was any other tins. And there's this one in the back here. Has like this Greek scene on it. Almost like a treasure chest. But $12 for that, I just couldn't do that. So no to that tin. No. There's an ice bucket down there, I just noticed. Ice buckets really don't do very well though. So a lot of the stuff is from the late 90s, early 2000s, and just general decor. So I'm just breezing on by. I didn't really see a whole lot. Although right over here on the end cap is Tupperware. Kind of. Mostly it's just plasticware. But I didn't see anything I wanted. Oh, there's that wonderful carpet again. Oh, it's just so fun. So they have some dishes. Nothing really exciting that I saw. Some Corelle mugs. Yeah. Oh, look at all the brass though. That's a lot of brass. Oh yeah. I didn't want any of that. I was just showing it. I just thought it looked kind of fun, you know, mostly candlesticks and things. Yeah. Here's another end cap. There is some amberina down there. That's not true real amberina. It's sprayed on, and that is the kind that will rub off and scrub off, and you'll be left with a clear piece of glass by the time you're done with it. So you got to watch it with those. You can easily tell just by looking at them though. If you look at the bottoms or the high points of it where it would naturally rub off, you can see the difference. And if it's clear glass scratches, then that's yeah. Well, over here is some stuff, more stuff. I just didn't in the most part I didn't find a whole lot here. There's a little brass, more brass, and it is pocket change. They had $5 on it. I have some of these. They don't sell for a ton, and $5 is too much for resale for me. So all in all, I didn't really see a whole lot. There is this little dog here though, and it caught my eye. Plastic, It's a bank, it's a dog, and it was $2. I just didn't feel like it. Oh, there's these little bears here. I was checking to see if they were glass, but they're all plastic, unfortunately, for the honey. Little honey bears. And this ashtray is really cool. It has the Parthenon on it. The Greek Parthenon. Probably from the 60s. It's fun, but I just didn't do it. Now this is a spectacular piece by Christ Japan. Oh my gosh. I lost my mind in the moment. I couldn't believe it. I threw that in the cart so quick. At $2, I love it. I love it. Yeah, get in the cart. You go. This is the furniture section, and so I was walking around just to see what they had over here. They had an entire barber shop set up. Yeah, and it was roped off. You can't even touch things. Most of those were Avon bottles and their shaving mugs. But yeah, lots of those Avon barber pole bottles for the cologne. Okay, so I didn't know what to expect at first, but I did find that Christ Japan. As soon as I saw that name, I was like, that's actually a really good name. It is Japan, but it's a collectible name. Kriss. It does well. Usually there's like rhinestones involved with their ceramics, but that looks like a really fun piece. So I was happy to get that. The tins actually are, I did a little research in the store. Some people say 30s, 40s. I don't know for certain on those tins. I would have to do further research because immediately I was thinking, maybe they're from the 70s or 80s, but I don't know. Some just quick listings were talking about they were old. So I don't know, but $12 I paid, I think, for the pair of those. I asked about the brass horse because I was wondering, because 50% off fall and Halloween stuff. Oh, and incidentally, I did not get the little mug for $1 instead of $2. I forgot to talk about it. But the brass horse, I was like, oh, this was over in your fall display. Is it half off? And she was like, oh, yeah, we'll do that. So that was $8 instead of $16. That was a little bit of a stretch for a thrift store. But I did get a free pastry out of it. We're going to go to another thrift store after this. But she was like, we have bread over there, free loaves of bread. And I'm like, I don't know if I want bread. And then she's like, and there's like other like pastries and things from Panera. These are like, I guess they're donated or something, but this is a stinking cinnamon bun. So there's my $1 off for the Japan thing. So we're all good now. All right. Well, I'm going to head over to another thrift store, maybe Salvation Army. I haven't been there in a long time either. We'll go take a look. So here we are in Salvation Army. It's been so long since I've been here. Now, this row is basically trash. Not much that I want. Lots of office things that are useful. But we're quickly approaching the back wall where you will find mostly not much I want. But there's this little brass canoe for $4 that I don't want. I just wanted to look at it. I think it was an ashtray. Yeah, so their pricing here is a little bit higher than Goodwill, but overall the stuff is kind of every now and again I'll find some things here, but I stopped coming for that reason. But it's been a long time, so I stopped on over to see what they had. So scanning the shelves quickly, yeah, there's not really much to say about this. Oh, this little bird. Yes, that little bird. It's not that old. It's made of feathers and plastic, probably like hollow. You clip it onto things. And this trivet. Yeah, it's a souvenir from the Ozarks with like rocks and stuff in it. So that's fun. So you may see some things that I'm like not talking or like even stopping for. I'll probably come back to them later in the video. But here's a little Moon and Star compote topper. It's the lid. I was thinking maybe I should put it in the cart because I might find the rest of it, but I never did. Oh, I had to scoot over. There was a man behind me. Okay, so this little cabbage chalk or lettuce. It's a lettuce head, anthropomorphic lettuce head for, I think it was $3. And that was nice. There's a little corn guy over there too. I almost missed him, but there he is. Isn't that fun? You can write notes and stuff on your corn cob. Get in the cart. Very good. So, looking around, seeing what else there is. Not seeing a whole lot. They do have an entire wall of like baking stuff and plates and dishes. Most of that stuff I don't want. So these mugs are fun. I was looking through them. And here is a little red and white one. Looks like gingham. You. It reminds me of a picnic. They have $1.99 per set. So they expect you to buy 2. Well, what do you do if there's only 1? So I put it in the cart thinking if I don't find the other one, maybe I'll find a different mug and we'll just have 2 individual mugs. So effectively $1 each. But here's a little Walt Disney World thing. Still looking at the mugs, trying to find something else here. I just don't know. Oh, look. See those on the bottom? They have a brown rim. Those are Mesa, the Mesa pattern by Fire King. See, I already panned away. Maybe we'll see them later. And look, I had to put the mug back because I just couldn't find anything. It's a sad, sad thing when they have only 1 mug. There's those Mesa mugs down there. I'm pointing at my screen. You just can't see. It's there. We're looking at dishes again because, why not? Maybe there's something here that I just didn't know was there. So we had to check it out. Yeah, I mean, there's some things that are okay, but I'm particular. I'm being a little picky today. Now this is a Thomas Kincaid clock. Normally I would never utter the word Thomas Kincaid, but that was Disney too. And so it hits the 2 different collectors, Thomas Kincaid people and Disney people. Oh, and people that like to keep track of time. So all 3 people, because it's a clock. And the great thing about being a clock is if it doesn't work, you can swap out the quartz movement in the back. Now look at that. See, it's a hobnail uranium, but is it? No, it says gallery made in China on the bottom. So I had to put it back down. I didn't know what that was. It looked like it might be something. Now, here's this other thing down here. I didn't see it the first time I panned, but it is Bartlett Collins. Bartlett Collins. Yeah, it's a cookie jar. If you can see, it says the word cookies on it. It doesn't have the lid though. I thought about it and it was like $5 and you need a lid for cookies. They'll get stale. And you couldn't exactly put spoons in it because it says cookies. People would make fun of you. Now, I was thinking about this chair here. It was $39 for the shop. It's a lot of money for a chair for myself. It feels nice. It looks good, but they also have Halloween. It's too late for Halloween. Boop. I had to boop his nose. It's too late for Halloween, but you never know for next year. So we're looking anyway. We're making the most of it here at Salvation Army. I saw this. It says Christmas tree stand. I got down. Then I realized, it's for real trees. It says less watering. If you try watering your aluminum tree, you'll end up with a puddle. So don't do that. Oh, and here is Fitz and Floyd. I looked at it. People like Fitz and Floyd, but that's a big old trivet thing, serving thing. I don't know what it is, but I wasn't feeling it. So I was checking out the other Christmas stuff. A lot of things. Like this looks like Jim Shore, but it's not. Sit down. Nope. And then, I just didn't see a whole lot there. There's a cold train back there. Now this tree was pretty, but it's plastic. Yeah, and there's like, what do you call that? You shake it up and glitter goes around a snow globe, but it's a tree. I thought about it for a minute. I sat down, obviously. Didn't want it. Oh, yeah. Not too much age on those Christmas things. Okay, so I was thinking about a couple things. I was thinking about getting that counter height bar seat. There was only one of them, which would have been really great because I'm actually in need of a new counter height stool, for my shipping table. I had some, but they're kind of breaking down, unfortunately. They came with the shop whenever I bought it, but because of the way you lean in them, it's not great. It's like bending or breaking. I went up there and I said, do you ever mark down the furniture? It was like $40 for this one chair at a thrift store. And she's like, oh, well, let me take a look. We normally mark everything down every 2 weeks if it doesn't sell. I'm like, well, this has been over a month. So we take a look at it. She's like, oh, I know why. It's because it's JT. I'm like, first of all, that's my initials. But secondly, JT means that they bought it from Target at a discounted rate or something, and then they resell it. And she's like, we don't ever mark down the JT stuff. Okay. Well, I would imagine you would eventually if it never sells. But I don't know. I think finding a buyer that just wants one bar stool is a little bit more tricky. You know what I mean? Then most people want like 2, 3, 4, not just one. So I don't know. I would have paid $20 for it. That's kind of what I would have paid. At a thrift store too. I don't know. At this point, I'm just sort of venting. It's not a big deal. If I really wanted a stool, I would just go buy one. But I don't know. I'm cheap. I don't really want to buy one for myself. I'm just going to use the one I've got until it breaks. Or I'll find one at a yard sale. That's more fitting. Like at a yard sale, even a stool, you probably pay $15 or $20 for a stool. But okay, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.